everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have a pretty big vintage haul for you guys. I have been shopping more vintage, especially this summer. I feel like summer clothes, I don't know, I don't get like quite as excited about them. So I end up really focusing my shopping on vintage, secondhand, luxury, just because, you know, that's such a passion of mine. I love finding really unique, interesting vintage pieces. So I'm going to show you some of the things I picked up. I think they're really cool, so I think you will too. If you are not familiar with my channel, my name is Natalie. My channel is all about luxury, vintage, fashion, and styling. So if you're interested in any of those, please consider hitting the subscribe button below, and let's get right into it. So the first piece I'm actually wearing, it is this gorgeous vintage Elsa Peretti necklace. Now, we all know the Tiffany Elsa Peretti line is getting so much traction now. I mean, it's always been popular, but especially the last couple years with the cuffs that are coming back, I feel like we're seeing everybody wearing those cuffs, which are really gorgeous. Now they came out with the bone rings, which I actually really want to try on. I think they're really cool. So I've been seeing those, and I think a very, very underrated piece from Elsa Peretti's collection is these mesh necklaces. Now, hopefully you can see it. I'll show some close-ups as well, but it's just so pretty. I love the look of mesh in necklaces, bracelets, all of that. It's so delicate. As you can see, it's just like moves really beautifully. And what's nice about this is it ties. So you can adjust it. Let me show you it off. So there's no clasp, it just ties. So you could wear it like super long like this, or you could wear it almost like a choker. You could tie it around your wrist like a bracelet, and that would be really cool as well. There's so many ways you can wear it, so I really love that. Now this is the mini. There is also the thicker version, which is the regular size. So prices vary depending on that. These are still sold, so you don't have to buy it pre-loved or vintage. You can save a ton of money. I mean, saved more than half buying it pre-loved like this, and it's, you know, an expensive piece. These are sterling silver solid, so I mean, they will last forever. They're a beautiful investment piece, and her pieces are just so iconic that they'll just be timeless. I will link any similar ones I can find for you down in the description box below, as well as anything similar I can find to what I'm showing you guys today will all be down in the description box. You just hit that more and it'll expand it down there, and everything should be there. You can also, if you can't ever find something, if you always check it out over on my Instagram, just send me a DM. I'm happy to help you guys with whatever you need. If you have any questions, I am always there in my DMs. That's where I'm most active on my Instagram. So check it out. I also have a Substack, which I have linked below as well, where I talk about a lot of different topics every week. It's my free weekly newsletter, so a little bit of everything just depending on the week. Like recently I did a huge like ode to the 90s Gwyneth Paltrow, and I did a bunch of different like lookbooks and styling and vintage edits. So a lot of shopping things you can buy that feel like very vintage Gwyneth Paltrow inspired. So check that out there. It's free. I would love for you guys to subscribe there as well, and you get first access to all of my vintage hauls when I'm finding and curating all these vintage finds. So that's definitely the place to go if you love vintage as well. So yes, this is the first necklace. Now I do have more necklaces. I will get back to those. Let's just go right to this bag, which is sitting right next to me. This is the cutest little Louis Vuitton Papillon bag. Now this is in the size 22. The most common sizes we see are the 19, which is the little baby one, which goes for so much on the resale market. They are very expensive. There is one I've seen recently listed that's not the craziest price, but still up there, but it's in really good condition. I will link that below as well if it's still available. But yeah, this is a 22. There's also a 26 and a 30. So those ones are definitely on the bigger side. Those are more like the everyday sizes. And the 30, I believe, is the one that also has the little mini one. Now, if you remember, I used to have that mini Papillon bag. It was like just a tiny little, like, it was like a pencil case, you know? It really didn't fit much of anything in it. And I ended up selling it. It was so cute, but I just didn't need it in my collection. But I just got this one and I just love it. I just think it's so cool, unique, and different. And cylinder bags are going to be such a huge bag trend for fall. We are seeing them everywhere. The Rose coming out with their versions and other brands as well. So This is like if you want that style, but you want to save a little money. I just think this is the classic epitome of like the round cylinder bags. I think it's so cool. It fits everything I need actually. Like it's very roomy for what it is. It fits wallet, keys, phone, everything kind of goes in there. It's just one giant pouch in there. So was a really great score. I'm really excited for this bag. Super cute. What do you guys think of the Papillon bag? Okay, moving on to sunglasses. So these are vintage Gucci. I'm sure they're from like the 90s. Sunglasses. Now I believe these are actually men's. They have that khaki green lens, which is so cool. And you can see the side has the very tiny little Gucci's. And these are definitely like, you gotta like love this style. You know, I love a 90s style sunglass. I just love the like super narrow, almost like futuristic, you know, it was like that 90s, early 2000s really was like leaning futuristic. And I feel like I just still like that vibe. That's just me. I know big sunglasses are what's trending right now, but this will like always be the core of my style because I do have a lot of like 90s elements to my looks. So I think these are fabulous. So cool. What do you guys think? Okay, let's move on to blazers. I picked up 2 blazers recently. I know it's like dead of summer and I am buying blazers. I'm a blazer addict, so that's just what I do. Now this one's vintage, this one's pre-loved, it's not a vintage, but I figured I would throw it in here too since it's kind of like along the same lines of buying secondhand. Let's talk about the vintage one first. This is vintage Tom Ford Gucci. Still has a tag, I haven't worn it yet. How gorgeous. So this is from the late 90s collection. And I'll actually throw up the picture of the runway of this. It was a full suit. I have seen the pants floating around, but honestly, like the style of them is not really a style I would wear. They're like pretty slim and like mid to low rise. Like I just don't think I would pull those off, but this is so pretty. I hope that the camera is picking up the like almost iridescent nature of this. This whole collection has that like iridescent bits to it. I have that shirt as well that I wore in my handbag collection videos that I will pop on the screen if I have a picture. I love that shirt too, but this is from similar years, Tom Ford Gucci. Now this is a size 44, so it should be a bigger size, but you'll see vintage stuff's always cut a lot smaller, so you'll see it's really not that oversized on me, and I'm petite, I'm 5'3", I'm typical like size small, and you see it like fits me really well. It's so cool. The shape is really nice. There's like a little bit of a pull here, but again, you know me, I don't fuss too much about vintage pieces. I don't mind it at all. Has the buttons here that come uncuffed if you want to wear it like a little bit looser. I kind of like that too. So this is the blazer. I think it's so cool. What do you guys think? Really great find, and it was on like a super sale. I think people just kind of get nervous about vintage clothes, which I get, especially when it's final sale. But I took the chance because I was like, you know what? It looks pretty fabulous, and I think I scored. The next blazer I'm going to show you is actually the Row blazer. It's pre-loved. This is size 8, so it's like medium-ish. You'll see it's pretty oversized on me, but I don't mind. Again, you know I love an oversized blazer. I got this because I thought the color was just so unique. I'm not a big black blazer kind of girl. I just think they feel too stuffy, a little too businessy, and black kind of washes me out. So I wanted to add some more blazers to my collection that are just like neutral, but have a little something extra to them, like a little bit different. Doesn't feel like too businessy. So this is the one I got. It's a pretty long line blazer. I don't know what year this is from. I tried to look it up when I was shopping, but I don't know what year it is, but I just think it's really cool. Again, it's gonna be the Row. It's gonna be great quality, which it is, and just kind of like a timeless piece I could have in my wardrobe. It's not too heavy, so I feel like it can be most seasons. Like I don't know if I'd wear it like in the middle of summer, but I won't wear really any blazers in the middle of summer. So besides that, I really think it's a very versatile one. I think the color kind of goes with everything because it is kind of almost like a denim color. So I think it goes really well with denim. $300-ish, which is not cheap, but when you're thinking of a really high quality blazer, I love getting them pre-loved because you can just find really good deals and the quality is amazing. It's better for the environment, etc., etc. So I am very happy with this purchase. What do you guys think? Okay, so the next piece is actually this watch. which is a vintage Hermes watch. You know, I have my other vintage Hermes watch, the gold and silver two-tone. If you guys want me to do like a more dedicated video on any of my collections, like vintage watches or vintage sunglasses, belts, etc., let me know. Put it down in the comments if you have a request, and I might start doing those, or maybe I'll start doing them like on TikTok, because like, some of them aren't as big of collections, but let me know if that'd be interesting to you. I could definitely make those videos. But here's the watch. I just thought it was so pretty. I really wanted to get a leather strap watch, preferably brown, and I always love two-tones because I just feel like it goes with everything, so it's really nice. I think it's beautiful. I love the like texture around the rim of it here. You see the Hermes in the back, and this is actually not the original strap, so this strap was changed out. It says it's a De Beer Paris strap, a croc, and it replaced the original one. They did send me the original one as well in its case, but it was like really beat up, so I see why that they replaced it, and that's fine with me. This one's really gorgeous too, still like a really nice quality strap, and it's just easy. Like, it's a really nice like everyday watch, and when I'm not wearing my Apple Watch, like this is much more elevated, but still kind of gives like a sporty, little bit masculine, but still feminine because it's not a huge watch. I just think it's a really, really nice everyday kind of watch, so I'm really happy with this purchase. The next one I'm also actually wearing. A lot of times I put on the stuff I want to talk about so I don't forget when it's a lot of pieces. So here is a vintage Armani belt I found on eBay just randomly. And it's always hard to tell the scale of a belt. Like, they tell you the measurements, but it's always hard to tell until you get it. Definitely some like wear, but you can only see it really close up. It's hard to tell that far away. And it's croc embossed. It says Giorgio Armani. If I can find anything similar at some point, I will link, but honestly, I've never come across one like this before, so really cool. The one thing I will say is, because this belt buckle is so big and these are kind of like chunky here, they don't always fit. Sometimes I'll just strap it through like the back and leave it out at the front. It's also really good to like nip in a blazer, but I haven't really done that yet because obviously it's summer, not really wearing blazers, but I think in like the fall and winter, that'll be really good as well. Before I get to the last piece, let me just mention, I do have this ring, which is not vintage, but it does give a really vintage vibe. This is from Dorsey, and I love Dorsey. If you're looking for like vintage inspired jewelry, but you don't want to like wear vintage or shop for the vintage, like do the whole thing, like I get it. Sometimes the hunt of it is like too much, and you just want something that looks like more vintage inspired. I love Dorsey for that. Their price points are really good because they are lab grown, you know, sapphires and gemstones. So this is a sapphire, and I think it's a yellow sapphire, I don't remember, set in sterling silver. Really pretty. The price points are really sharp, and I have a lot of pieces. I have like vintage looking earrings, necklaces. I will link below all the pieces that I personally own from Dorsey that I love, that you can shop if you want to check them out. But definitely the place I'd recommend if you're looking for like vintage inspired jewelry that's high quality, but also like a reasonable price point. They're great. So without further ado, the last piece is this vintage necklace I picked up. It's not like a brand name. It's just a vintage necklace I picked up from Julia Vaughn, who I've mentioned on here a few times. She curates vintage collections. So she had this one up for sale, and I thought it was so cool. It's like a vintage feathery looking two-tone little choker necklace. I am obsessed with collar necklaces. I love them. I just think they're so statement, and I especially love dressing them down, like how I have it here with, I'd probably not wear the belt because I think that's like a little bit too much, but just the tank and jeans and like a statement necklace, I just think is like such a good look. It really adds so much to an outfit without even trying. You're literally putting on the same thing as you would, and just add a chunky statement necklace instead of a like little dainty one. I just think it adds so much to the look. So this was another really fun piece I picked up. Let me know down below what was your favorite of this haul, and I'm so excited. If you want to see me styling all these pieces, I have been already, like just here and there already on my Instagram, so head over there if you want to check those out. Let me know if you have any questions. If I find anything similar, I will link all of it down below in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, take care. Bye.